Okay. That should. Okay. Go to the damn thing. My goodness. This is why I tell people there's profanity on my channel.
Oh, fuck.
That's the one.
Look, Your Highness, I don't know how to not smoke and swear, okay? It's like how I need to communicate.
Indeed. Okay. We are live officially, and it's working. Oh my gosh.
Whoop, whoop.
Cool. Okay. So, previously on Dreaming in Desuvis, would anyone like to do the recap for our last session?
So, we opened
got it.
our. Oh, okay.
No, I'm
Go
sorry.
for it.
I
No,
do not got it.
you are welcome to. I would love to do this.
Don't call my bluff.
We began on our way to a meeting to discuss ways to integrate the refugees who have been displaced by a war to the east, not directly involving Kololi, but nearby. And this has been kind of the safe place that people have run to. Um, we came into the tent, and this was just a cursed meeting. Like, it's maybe the fifth most interrupted meeting I've ever seen. Um, we sat down, we kind of talked. We're kind of suggesting. I know Marrow was really big on the idea of a jobs program. Oh, Vox and Marrow, I don't know all the details because I am not them, but they had, through their various connections within the refugees, been invited by people. Gaspar, who I do know, was invited by Lord Rainsley, who is one of the more friendly to integration members of the council. He's seems to be a bit more progressive, and because Gaspar is kind of a war hero question mark. At least he had experience on the front. He was invited along as in sort of a consulting role, which he definitely took extremely seriously and didn't try to pick a fight. Which, speaking of picking a fight, Syrah, who is a very I'm trying to think of a very entitled kind of person who demanded to be present even though she wasn't invited. Showed up with a band of what seemed to be low rent mercenaries as her quote unquote guard to keep her safe in this nasty place. Um, she basically came in, interrupted the meeting, and her guards really seemed to be itching for a fight. As tensions were boiling over, Vox was able to use his magic to calm the situation down a bit and even confuse the soldiers a bit because they were like, but we were supposed to start a fight, and she was like, no, 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 don't do that. And so that kind of eased tensions for a moment. But then, as we were finally getting down to business, there was an orc that Marrow spotted crouching outside the tent, who he was able to, I think, kind of like teleport behind with some sort of magic. Who knows? And take out before he was able to do anything. But as soon as that popped off, everything started popping off. We had a little bit of a to do with the mercenaries. I don't think nobody got killed, but not for lack of trying. Before Vox was able to once again help calm Syrah down and ease tensions. Um, the troublemakers were escorted off, and we were finally able to get somewhere in our meeting after some discussion had been had. Gaspar offered to walk Rainsley back home to his house because things seemed awful dangerous and a seasoned soldier could be useful there. Rainsley suggested they stop for dinner on the way, and at dinner, Rainsley collapsed and presumably poisoned, though we don't necessarily know for sure yet. And that, I think, is where we left off. I think that's all the major details.
Yeah, that sounds like a pretty good recap. Anybody want to add anything?
No, it's good.
All right.
Cover the
Awesome.
major things. Yeah.
Gaspar, please take a DM inspiration for the recap. I appreciate you.
Huzzah!
All right, let me get this last item in for interest, and then we will pick up with session 2.
I was looking at my board on Ventress. It's where I steal all my character art from.
Because I want to be a major pain in the ass and ruin everything. Looking at the stream, Vox's name is up in the top right corner, not under their video feed, and Marrow's is missing entirely.
Thank you for letting me know. Let me see if I can get that fixed.
I was comfy up there. Top right kind of guy.
Some people are just tops.
All right.
Some people are just cowards, you mean?
Top right. You mean all those closeted Republicans that hit me up on Grindr?
uh, let's.
Weird. I didn't picture them to be tops.
They say they are. As you said, cowards.
Yep.
Yep.
No, don't do that.
It might be a relevant character detail since we're enhanced on the recap. Gaspar mostly seemed to be kind of cynical about the whole thing, but as soon as the mercenary started antagonizing the halfling cook, he was very like, "Look, I can put up with a lot, but I can't stand a bully."
All right.
Uh,
Okay.
Classic.
That should be fixed now. Let's see. Okay. Cool. Awesome. Everybody's name is on there. Got everybody ready to go? Cool.
Hooray.
Thank you very much for the recap, Gaspar. I appreciate it. Uh, all right. And Ventress, you should have your instrument. Cool. That's all the technical stuff taken care of. Wonderful. Now, let us get to session 2. Sorry for all the delays. Why do you have an angry emoji over your face, Wes?
It's only on stream. It's not in Discord.
It's like I don't have an angry face.
Oh shit.
No, it's a very angry cursing face, and it's right in the center on top of yours.
Wow.
Maybe it's because I hit that soundboard for the angry voice.
That's probably what it was. Yeah. Okay.
Let's see if this makes it.
Yeah.
Let's go.
I was like, are you trying to tell me something or like, okay. All right. All right. So, session 2 opens the next morning from the events of session 1. And Gaspar, you find yourself in a holding cell. After Rainsley collapsed, uh, the guards were rightly concerned that you were the one that was drinking with him and brought you in for questioning. But unfortunately, Lord Pompeux couldn't come to question you until this morning. So he is here now. Uh, Ventress, you are also here. You have come to get the morning news with the Orcapellas. Would you like to introduce your character for us?
Yeah. Could I get a quick overview of characters as well?
Absolutely. Gaspar, you want to go first since you guys are both on this screen?
Yes. So, I'm trying to think where to even begin. The Gaspar, you would probably be familiar with being from a house of very minor nobles, one with much more history than actual prestige. You would know that he is probably was a war veteran. Um, he is a very large, lanky. He's actually very tall for a human. He's 6'7", but he is just human, as far as you're aware. Who knows all kinds of what D&D weirdness there is. Um, he's the best way I could describe his whole vibe is in a world where prestidigitation is this common. He's kind of dirty and ruffled, which is a choice. He's got a very shaggy affect. The comparison that you will get that nobody else did that I got was his vibe is very similar to Gustav from Clair Obscure, physically at least, but scaled up about 1.5 times.
Is he around that age?
A little bit younger, late 20s. I was about to say I'm not sure, but then I was like, I know exactly how old he
Younger
was.
than That's true. Yeah, I didn't even because I was actually thinking how old was he too. I didn't. Yeah. So a little. Oh, okay.
If only that was important to the game. But yeah, anyway, yes, a little bit younger, late 20s. Yeah, tends to carry himself very, very militarily, but bad officer militarily, if that makes sense. He's got the training, but he also doesn't take it that seriously.
Cool.
I have 2 questions. One, how are my companions here dressed?
They are dressed almost in motley. Like it's different colors all over their wardrobe. It's very festive and fun. It's meant to draw attention.
Okay. My second question is, can she see Gaspard from where she's standing?
There is a bookcase between you and him, so probably not right now, but as you came in, you might have seen him around the corner. Let's see.
Definitely very obviously checked him out.
You would have seen him sitting in the chair by the table, cross-legged, looking. You'd think he would look bored, but he's just kind of vacant, and he's watching a pair of cockroaches skittering around the legs of the table.
Yeah, motherfucker's over here looking like a cowboy. Yeah, definitely checked him out.
Oh yeah, no, he stands out. He's a 6'7", looks dressed in a.
You've got to stop saying that.
Napoleonic era kind of cavalry uniform, but something that's kind of that style, like that vibe.
Okay. So Ventress is a UNT pureblood, which means she's kind of a human snake hybrid. I don't know. If you look at pictures of them, they vary a lot. She doesn't look that much like a snake, but whatever.
Does she
No,
have any? No, sorry. You can go ahead.
no,
Say my
yeah.
questions. Now, do you have like slit eyes or a split tongue or
She
any
does have.
scales on your body?
I hadn't thought about split tongue. That's a good question, actually. Um, she definitely has slitted eyes. Um, and some scales, but not like a lizard person, like
Yeah.
not like an alligator person, but definitely some scales. She's very tall, about 180 centimeters. Um, Looks very young. Um, she's probably not too out of place with these guys because she's also dressed very colorfully. Um, but she's also dressed like really, really nice, uh, like if not quite royal level, like royal court level. Um, all like diaphanous, dress things trailing and lots of colors. Lots of expensive jewelry too. Jet black hair, very long, very ornate, like gold and silver rings in it. Um, and anything else important? Um, Looks very energetic. It's like looking around a lot. Like I said, very obviously checked out Gaspar, and if there are any other potentials around, maybe checks them out too. Um, but yeah, just obviously very very full of energy, kind of bouncing on her heels. Um, Looks very enthusiastic about what's going on here.
Okay. Well, as you are at the desk speaking with Gina and Christoph, who are your usual contacts that you've been talking to the last few days, um, Lug would walk up and ask for the summary of the news that happened. And that would be the first time you heard that Lord Rainsley had fallen seriously ill the night before.
Okay, well then there was a very audible, very high pitched. Uh, Oh goodness, no! That just like spread through the whole room as soon as she got that news.
Yeah, everybody in the cells kind of turns in your direction hearing that. Like the guards hear it through the door over on this side here. They're like, what was that
Huge
noise?
theatrical plaintive.
And Urzel would look at you. Oh, I forgot. You know Rainsley, don't you? You know him personally. We've met him a couple of times, but not on a personal level.
Oh, he was so kind to me when it all happened. Oh, it's just awful.
Oh, well, do you need some water? Can I get you anything? Are you doing okay?
No, no, quite fine, quite fine. Duty must be attended to. Theatrical dabbing of eyes.
Okay. Um, Christoph would work on getting the papers together for Lug. Urzel will just kind of fuss over you for a little bit, and Borog looks like he hasn't had enough coffee this morning. He's tired. He's just kind of waiting for everybody else to get together. But as you are sitting there, you would see Lord Pompeux come out with Kanfore, who is the local apothecary. Now, Lord Pompeux is the head of security and safety in the city. He handles all the checkpoints, all the gates, all the transport. He's been working in the refugee camp on occasion. You would have recognized him from coming in here every day. Uh, he would walk up with Kanfor, and the first place they go to is Gaspar's cell. And they will open the door and come on in. And Lord Pompeux would look at you and say, "Oh, Gaspar, I'm so sorry it took me so long to get here. I've been trying to figure out this problem with Rainsley. Can you tell me anything about what happened?"
It's no inconvenience, Lord. And I don't sleep much these days, anyhow. He kind of gets up and sketches a little bow to them as they enter, seeming to just kind of activate once somebody is walked in. The cockroaches skitter under his feet. I'm afraid I can't help you very much, as I don't know much of anything. But what I know, I'm happy to share. We do have to keep order in the city, after all.
Well, you'd gone to dinner with him before it happened, right? You were at the tavern?
Yes, he wanted to show me a new tavern as I was escorting him home after the attempt on his life. I thought he might need some extra protection.
I see. Um, well, we've had Kanfore here analyze Rainsley's meal and drink, and it looks like the ale was spiked. Um, and he'll kind of defer to Kanfore, who'll look at you and say, it's a similar make to what was on the dart. Different because it was ingested, but I'd say the same person probably made it.
Well, it sounds like my preference for wine saved my life.
It seems so. We didn't find any in the tavern itself in the casks. It had to have gotten in his mug somehow. But did you see anyone skulking around at all? You can roll me a history check if you'd like.
Find skills on here. There we go. History, you said.
Mhm.
Don't expect much. Hmm.
Okay. You don't remember a lot, but you do remember there was a new kid working there, like bussing tables, kind of cleaning off when people left. You hadn't like seen him around town anywhere, but that's not necessarily unusual since you don't really get out much.
He shifts slightly in the chair, kind of theatrically scratching his chin. There was the usual staff that comes and goes. one, uh, one new person that I noted, a young boy. But that's not unusual. People in those jobs come and go.
True. Um, look, I need your help. Camphor says the apothecary that might help us with this poison is in Chalet. I can't go right now. I have too much to do here. And if I leave without this crisis on our eastern gate taken care of, Lord knows what the others will do in my absence. Do you think you could get some people together and ride to Chalet? See if you can find something about this?
He pauses and seems to consider this. Lord Pompeux, I respect you deeply and what you do. You're one of the hardest working men in the city, and I hate to seem crass or mercenary about it, but
You will, of course, be rewarded for your service. I didn't mean to imply that this was a favor of any kind.
then I would be delighted.
Excellent, excellent, wonderful. Um, might be best to take the ones that were there yesterday for the meeting. The names, the Elven Fellow and the I think he's a wizard, some kind of magic user. The loud one.
Oh, there's no forgetting that one.
Right, right. You should stop by the camp and take them with you. And Canfor would give you the information on the apothecary, tell you their name is Corrin Vale, and they're somewhat of a prodigy. But roll an insight for me.
Insight.
He seems kind of hesitant to give you too many details. Like he gives you the name and he gives you where to find them, but like he looks like he's hoping you don't ask too many personal questions about this person.
Well, it is fortunate for them who he is approaching about this job because Gaspar is not asking any personal questions.
Excellent.
He is relevant job details, please. He kind of takes it. No, does not make a note of the name or anything. Just commits it to memory. Um, and seems to consider. I suppose that means I've been cleared as a suspect.
Of course, of course. If I had been able to get here sooner, we would have gotten you out of here, but you know, the guards were just doing their job. I hope they weren't rude to you in any way.
As I said, I don't sleep much these days, and it was nice to have a little variety in my night for once. It does get so boring.
I do appreciate your patience with us and your help in this matter. Um, I will make sure that there is a suitable reward available upon your return. And he will start to make his way out with Kanfore. But when he gets about here, you'd say, "Oh, uh, Ventress, was it? You were a friend of
Yes,
Rainsley's, yes?"
yes. Good morning, Lord Pompeux, and may I say you are looking exceptionally handsome this morning.
Oh, why, thank you, thank you.
She
I
is a
do try to
perfect
stay well
spokesman.
groomed. um, I'm sending a team to Chalet to the south to try to find some help for Rainsley. Since you knew him and you knew the people around him, do you think you could help them out?
Um, Impression of how her buddies feel about this.
They actually seem kind of taken
Confused.
aback a little bit. Like you've all met Lord Pompeux, but as far as like conversation directly, you haven't really had that. But he addressed you directly by name and asked you for a personal favor. So they don't look like they want to stop you from doing so. They're just kind of like a little celebrity eyes in a way.
She doesn't work for them, right? They all work for the same organization,
Right.
right?
Yes, they work for News, which is News and
Right.
Editorial with Style. It is a group of bards and performers who get the daily news and perform it for the town, so everyone can stay informed as best as possible. And the Orcapellas are the best of the best in news. Um,
Ah, wonderful.
but Urzel would look at you and say, "This might be a good opportunity for, you were very upset about him. This could give you a chance to do something with that energy, you know?"
Yes, it's a truly terrible business. I it would be it would be my honor to attend to solving the mystery of the poisoning. Yes.
Ah, excellent. Wonderful. Gaspar, if you could come here for a moment.
He
He'd,
is in the process of strolling out.
She's going to, well, no, she'll wait.
yeah, he'd wave you over and indicate Ventress and say, "This is Ventress. She was also a friend of Rainsley's. He kind of took her in when she first got here. She's going to be joining you since she knew him and the people around him to a degree.
She very obviously looks him up and down again.
Um,
Ventress, this is Baron Gaspar. Uh, he'll be getting the group together."
Oh, a baron.
for context, how is has she been performing news for a while, or would he have seen any of her performances?
Probably for a few days. Roll me a luck check. It's just
Uh,
straight D20. 16. Yeah, you would have caught like the tail end of a performance here, the beginning of one there as you're going through the town running errands. So you
Hmm.
would have seen her around.
He as he's approaching, and he gives her a very disarming smile. Your portrayal of uh was Lady what was his Pompeo's friend?
Uh,
Something.
Lady Camille?
Yes. Your performance as Lady Camille 2 days ago was inspired. And please, just call me Gaspar. Never been much for titles.
A baron and a gentleman?
Uh, if she is extending her hand, he is going to do the full hand kiss.
Hmm. Yeah, sure. Fuck yeah. And again, with a perfect curtsy.
He is laying the charm on real thick. Well, it's a pleasure.
Yes, I am greatly looking forward to delving into this mystery with you. If you'll pardon me a moment, I must say goodbye to my erstwhile comrades.
Oh,
Well, I
goodness,
must
we
go
don't want to
collect.
keep you waiting.
No, my friends! It has been but a brief time we have known each other, but with
Please take your time. I must go collect the others anyhow. Meet me at the east. We're going east, right?
Yes, this be the Eastern Gate.
Okay. Meet me at the eastern gate in say an hour.
of course, my liege. No, that wouldn't be the right address. What would be
My
the right
lord would be
address for a bear?
appropriate.
My lord? Yeah, sure. Well, of course, my lord.
He looks uncomfortable.
All right.
As
And
he's. Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, and then she immediately turns back to the orcs and just commences the just over the top
Um,
goodbyes and declarations of how beautiful they are and all that.
as he's walking out the door, he's glances over his shoulder at her with the a smirk slips a little bit on his face. You are just brimming with positivity, aren't you? And strides out to go collect the others.
All right.
I will say one thing I forgot to say. It is relevant. She is extremely beautiful, kind of like, but less in like a sexy way and more in like a Greek statue sort of way, like
Okay.
like a
Like a
like a
classical
painter's,
beauty.
yeah, like a painter's model.
Okay. All right. Was there any stops you wanted to make on the way to the refugee camp, or would you like to jump right there?
Uh, I mean, I guess he would stop by his house and just collect, like, his traveling stuff.
Right.
But that's probably all packed up. That's probably just a quick stop. And then, yeah, besides that, directly to the camp.
Okay. Do the camp then.
He's going to get into the camp and listen for the loudest voice audible and presume that that is probably where he wants to be.
All right. Well, as we get to the camp, we make sure this is working properly. All right.
Uh, is there music, by the way? Because there was last time, but I'm not hearing any music today.
It should be playing.
I'm hearing
I
it.
have it.
Maybe check your volumes.
Yeah, under audio video in the settings.
The jukebox is like froze, and that's interesting.
Oh, maybe you need to refresh.
Yeah, I'll try.
Back out or come back.
Yeah, roll 20 sometimes is touchy.
Nope. It says something's playing, but it's not progressing. It did change the time code when I refreshed though, but yeah, it's not moving.
Let's see if I can. I just started it again on my end.
Yeah, now works for me. Thank you.
Cool. All right. Excellent. Okay. So Ventress and Gaspar, you are down here. Why is that not working properly? There we go. All right. As you enter the refugee camp, um, I would imagine you got there probably about the same time since Gaspar made a stop and you had to say your goodbyes. Um, what would they hear from the tent?
Am I in here with these people then?
Yes.
Yeah, presumably. Are
Yeah,
we?
you and
Is
Marrow both would be in here.
the setting just casual conversation, or are we
Yes.
discussing something? Yeah. And I planted my staff, drew breath, and declared, "By the roaring firmament, you will have to do better than silence if you wish to swallow me."
Badass.
And that, my friends, is why silence has never frightened me.
I do love hearing your stories, Fox. They are truly, truly epic tales.
I'm sure the rest of the city feels the same as well.
Thank
Indeed.
you. I do consider myself quite an orator. I always appreciate a kind word. He seems to genuinely not uh, recognize any kind of sarcasm in like the thing you said.
Yeah. Ashura didn't mean any sarcasm.
No, but
If that came through, that
Marrow
was my
did.
fault.
Yeah. No, Marrow did, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was definitely
You're so fucking loud, the entire city can hear you. Was the
Yep.
answer? Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
Gaspar is definitely exchanging a look with Ventress as they're approaching at that.
Yeah, you would both hear this coming out of the tent.
She has probably been just talking his ear off, unless he's displaying any kind of obvious like annoyance. But if he's not, basically just getting details about him, asking him about himself, things like that.
He's definitely very hesitant with details, but
Yeah, should probably pick up on that and just kind of move to more inane conversation. Oh, the weather in here is out here is lovely, yada yada yada. Again, unless he starts displaying annoyance, then she'll probably shut up. But go ahead.
I say the general vibe is he's not sharing too much personal information, but he is definitely politely like indulging, listening, like seeming interested.
Regardless, she definitely falls quiet as soon as this booming voice can be heard, and she seems to actually be listening as best she can.
Yeah, and Marrow, at this point, you would hear somebody approaching the tent with your passive perception, which is ridiculous. You would hear them approaching. Ventress and Gaspar, you hear the conversation within the tent. So, yeah, proceed as you wish.
Actually, as they're approaching, it occurs to me to ask, where are we going?
Just a quick trip east. To
Yes, but this camp, she says, giving it kind of a wary eye. Camp, what is it?
he gives her a side eye. You share the news every day and don't know about the camp.
You would
Is this?
have
Go
um,
ahead.
you would have a basic understanding that there is a group of people camping out outside the East Gate. You haven't been out here yourself. You have not seen it yourself. You've just given the news about it. There's one thing to read about it, it's another to see it yourself.
Oh, this. These are the refugees.
He
She
nods to her.
seems to be looking around with different eyes now. Oh, goodness, how ghastly.
It- People making the best of a bad time. They're all right.
Yes, very much, and how leadership has failed them. Terrible.
Well, we think that's why someone's after Rainsley.
Yes, he was quite an advocate. That was why I was meeting with him. Well, regardless, are we here to gather information or allies, perhaps?
Well, your second guess was correct. I ran into some capable people here yesterday. I think they'll help us get this task completed with minimal fuss. He
I
glances.
defer in. Go. Sorry.
Oh, he glances towards the tent. Maybe not quietly.
I defer entirely to your judgment, my lord.
Please, just Gaspar. And that's when he's walking in.
I believe Gaspar has made his way back to the camp. Sounds like he has a guest with him.
Yep. And about that time, they would walk in. And Vox, would you like to introduce your character as you would be seen first?
Indeed. And it's difficult not to have your eyes drawn to him. He's dressed incredibly flamboyantly, like a conquering opera star rather than any kind of wizard. Bold crimson coat covered by a sapphire cloak. Rings on nearly every finger, usually with a broad smile on his bearded face. He's got a wild mane and beard of ginger red hair, of fiery hair, I suppose. The beard is braided with several brass and crystal um, rings in it that seem to chime slightly whenever he turns his head. He is broad and tall. Um, there is a quarterstaff leaning against the table, and on his person he has a set of brass pipes, a long, sort of foreign-looking instrument thing on his back. In meta, it's a didgeridoo. I'm not sure if you would be aware of what that is, but yeah, didgeridoo carved with runes slung across his back, uh, and a book with a decorated cover. Is attached to sort of the side of his torso with leather straps holding it in place. Should add that the quarterstaff is also decorated in a swirl of many colors.
Excellent, excellent. And
For what it's worth, he is human.
all right. And Mara, if you
Can I
would,
reasonably know what a didgeridoo is?
you're a musician, yeah, I'd say so.
Awesome. Yeah, awesome.
Right. Mara, if you'd introduce your character, please.
Yeah, absolutely. Marrow stands at 6 foot 2 inches tall, although he is currently sitting at the table, so his full height isn't exactly given away at the moment. He has lightly tanned skin with medium length brown hair and hazel eyes. He initially appears to be potentially related to wood elves, but upon closer inspection, barely hidden by his hair are two small nubbins of wood like antlers that seem to have been cropped and are consistently groomed. Uh, he's he's got a like a forest green cloak that he wears over his all everything about him is very practical and utility. There's nothing overdone. Everything has its purpose. Uh, Resting against the table beside him is a very finely crafted longbow. Um, and yeah, I think that about covers it. He's a pretty handsome guy, but he's not like over the top or anything. Definitely looks like a person of the land, and even here in this refugee camp, doesn't really seem like he belongs here.
Okay, thank you for that. Aside from that, you would see two other figures at the table. You would see Ashura, who is a tabaxi. He's dressed as a soldier. Um, his uh, his equipment is worn but well cared for, like he's had it for a long time. And he would his ears would kind of be going back and forth the way a cat's does when new people show up. And to his left, you would see a dwarven woman with a beautiful, wonderful, voluptuous beard. It's probably the best beard you've ever seen. Um, and she is sitting there. You would have seen her around town, not necessarily talked to her. This is Jeenie. She owns a store called Lock and Stock, and it's a general store. She's highly respected among the other merchants. So you all arrive at the tent, and Ashura would look to you and say, "Oh, Gaspar, you brought a friend. What brings you here today?"
Oh, greetings. Vox would stand up and walk over, seeing this alluring, mysterious snake lady who is dressed maybe a little bit similar to himself. He
Yeah, it
would,
sounds like it.
yeah, he'd walk forward and take a slight bow.
Business, not
Greetings.
pleasure.
It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. My name is Vox.
Oh, wonderful! What an eclectic group of people you are. Vox, my name is Ventress of the late Amber Scale. It is wonderful to make your acquaintance.
This Gaspar is immediately just like, okay, I'm just gonna let them chat and walking over to Marrow.
Right?
Oh, the late Amber Scale.
Oh, it's really quite unimportant. Don't worry about that.
Are you nobility then? You certainly have the countenance.
Hmm. um, to be frank, that situation is somewhat in flux at the moment. But you yourself are quite well appointed, I must say.
Ah, how gracious of you. Thank you.
I have
And
found the people of. Go ahead, sorry.
yeah, he like pulls the cloak, like the coat, um, like outwards, like fluffing it up a bit.
She seems to appreciate this gesture. Almost looks like she wants to clap. I have found the people of this region quite favoring of a rather, let us say, conservative fashion. So it is refreshing to see such an enthusiastic individual such as yourselves, even amongst these, shall we say, rather dim surroundings.
He would take a bow, and you'd almost see a slight blush on his cheeks. You're too kind. Have you met my friends? And he'd gesture towards Ashura and Jeenie.
Yeah, they would both introduce themselves. Ashura would offer a paw, say, I am Ashura. Well, have been placed in charge of these lovely people here. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Yes, and a wonderful job you are doing, I am certain.
Thank you. His ears would like go forward, like happy cat. And Jeanie would walk up and extend a hand. And I've seen you performing around town. You have a lovely voice.
Why, thank you so much. I I must say, it has been a rather nerve-wracking experience since my arrival in the city. So it is so wonderful to meet so many friendly faces.
Well, likewise, we're always happy for new friendly faces in Kalali, despite
My
what
Most I
lady,
some of our
you are
leadership.
an artist of some description.
yes, I am trained in Jesus Christ, let me think. How do you even
Reading.
phrase this? Oh yes, I am trained in a myriad of artistic pursuits for the enjoyment and edification of culture at large. But I must beg the pardon of all of you, for I am quite famished. Might there be any way I could acquire something to slake my parched thirst in these dry surroundings?
Oh my goodness, Jeanie would say. Let me put on some tea. My goodness. And she would walk off to the back and start fussing around with a teapot and getting refreshments ready for everyone.
Grateful
Meanwhile,
for the distraction. Gaspar speaks up, kind of loudly. We can't stay long. We are on a clock. I was waiting to reveal this till we were all together.
I'm sorry, we?
I assume you want a job.
It wouldn't hurt. Uh, what what
You're the
is
healthy
going on
helper
that
type.
I've been volunteered for?
Rainsley has 8 hours. Is that right? No, 48 hours. Big difference. Rainsley has 2 days.
uh,
Er,
Ashura and Jeanie would kind of stop what they're doing and look at you when you say that. What do you mean? What's happened? He was just here yesterday.
Um, she wants to get to the table. Sorry. She is going to kind of like maybe like offer her hand to Vox to see if he'll like lead her there.
Oh, absolutely. He'd pull out the stool for you as well.
Great, and she's gonna join the conversation.
Yeah. What is this about Lord Rainsley?
he was poisoned last night.
Poison.
He nods at Marrow. The same poison you found on the assassin.
By the Grand Crescendo. Was he the intended target then?
That would make
Seems like
sense,
it.
I suppose.
An assassin. Terrible.
Is he still with us?
For 2 days. But,
Ah,
but we might be able to find an antidote. The alchemist, who we know is familiar with these poisons. Um,
Yes, the one Kanfore spoke of yesterday.
he's only a short trip away.
In Chalet.
My apologies, I'm not very familiar with this area and the surrounding cities. Do we have enough time to make it there and back?
It's a 6 hour ride there and back. That gives us a day and a half.
Yes, from the maps I've seen, that sounds accurate.
He is
Well.
glancing around the table, seeming to have kind of code switched into a more military mode.
It sounds to me as if we should waste no time at all.
Agreed. So, as much as I was enjoying getting to know everyone and the conversation, it's one we had best have on the road.
Yes,
Hmm.
yes.
Sad tidings. Not only is Lord Rainsley dying, by the sounds of things, but it appears that I will not have a chance to make more than a passing acquaintance with my new friend, Lady Ventress.
Oh no, we will grow to know each other quite well on the road, I am certain of it, but surely we have enough time to slake our thirst first, yes?
Oh, you're coming with us.
Oh yes, Lord Rainsley's of great importance to me. I bear quite an emotional attachment to him. I assure you I am quite capable. There's no reason to be concerned about my uh, about me, Miss Master
Marrow?
Yeah,
Master Marrow.
Or Whisperlow, I guess?
yeah, I don't think you guys have given names yet.
I've gotten Vox's name.
Yes. So
No,
is
I
Marrow
only wish
introducing
that I
himself?
could
Yeah,
venture with you.
Yeah, he would finish this statement as like she trails off with Master Meadow. And
Master Meadow. What a beautiful name.
thank you.
I'm
Um,
guessing he doesn't seem very comfortable with the compliment.
It's more like he's unfazed more than anything.
Filed
he's
away.
especially with like the news, like it's more pressing. The flattery just like it doesn't really like bounce off. It just doesn't sink in very deep.
Got it.
Jeenie would fuss around the table, making sure you all had refreshments. You can't leave on an empty stomach. Here, I made some pastries for you, and here's some tea. I know you're in a hurry, but you got to have some nourishment before you go. She's mothering all over the table, basically. Um, and Ashura would look at you all and say, I can't leave the camp right now, not with everything that's happening. I I wish I could go with you.
You have more important matters to concern yourself here. I've already gathered some firewood this morning. I've left it just outside the tent.
Thank you.
Unfortunately, you will need to find a replacement for my watches and patrols, but
Of course, of course. I'll take the watches myself if I must. No problem. Just do what you can for Rainsley. He's been a great ally to us.
Yes, lovely man. Lovely man.
If you need further manpower for the watches, I'd be more than happy to assist. Just in meta, Vox is working under the assumption that he's not coming with because nobody's asked him.
Vox, you're coming with us.
Hmm?
I was offered a contract for the four of us. Oh, there's a paycheck at the end of it, too.
All
I
four of you.
see, but what do I know of poisons?
From what I
Unless you
hear,
suspect you might run into some trouble, I suppose having me by your side would make you feel significantly safer. And you say that Lady Ventress is going with you?
And do you think she won't get bored in our company? He glances at Marrow.
I was merely insinuating that it would be Extra cherry on top. I will accept. And
Hmm.
I'd look towards Ashura. I withdraw my previous statement. I will not be available for guard rotation for the next 48 hours or so.
All right, I understand. We can take care of it. We have the manpower. Vanyan's been wanting to do a watch lately. We'll probably pair him with somebody, just to be safe. But yes, with the four of you, I know Rainsley's in the best hands he can be right now.
Hmm.
Do we still have that dot from yesterday on hand? It might be best to bring it with us. Perhaps our contact could use it to form an antidote or something.
Um, at the jail, Gaspar, Kanfore would have given you a sample of both types of the toxin because you guys had given the dart to him. And he'd say he would have told you to show it to Corrin so that she knows what you're talking about.
Hmm. I've got samples provided by the boss.
Who is it that has tasked us with this? Is it
Hmm.
Pompeux?
He nods at Vox.
Hmm.
Yes, I can. I'm glad that he picked you, and he'd look to all of you.
We're useful sorts of people for a good administrator.
I'm glad that Rainsley has the allies that he does. It is very reassuring. You are
Hmm.
muted.
No doubt. Thank you. I have encountered so many competent people in my time, and the three of you strike me as amongst the upper echelon. She takes a sip of her tea and, without breaking stride, starts oohing and awing about how good the tea is to Jeenie.
At the moment of that, she makes that statement. A cockroach just kind of crawls its way down Gaspar's neck under his shirt.
Everyone but Marrow can roll perception to see if they see that. Marrow, you see that.
I think I just accidentally rolled with advantage.
It's all right. I'll still take the first one. So yeah, you would definitely have seen it, Ventress. Vox, this news just kind of caught you by surprise, so you're a little distracted.
She she just gives him a smile that says nothing and sips her tea again.
He does not seem bothered by it.
Right. You guys would have your tea and your breakfast. Jeanie would bustle around the table, making sure everybody's taken care of. Oh, do you need me to pack you some lunches? Do you have enough supplies? Do you have everything you need? We have some rations here. I can bring some more from town, so don't worry about, anyone going hungry here. I wouldn't allow that.
No successful journey ever began without a good breakfast. Thank you so much, Mistress Jeanie.
Oh, indeed, indeed. It's my pleasure to help however I can. She'd start cleaning up, and yeah, right now it is probably about 8:30 in the morning ish. So it's early, but not sunrise.
Have we been provided mounts?
Yes, Lord Pompeux would have told you that you could pick up mounts at the south gate. You have to go south to get to Chalet.
Okay,
So if you go around down to the south, you'll pass the south gate on your way out, and he would have told the guards there to supply you with mounts when you got there.
awesome.
All right. Is there anything else you guys would like to do in town or start this journey? Anybody not want to take this journey?
I'd prefer not to waste too much time. We best be getting on the road as soon as possible. Every second is a countdown on Lord Rainsley's life that I wish not to waste.
Hmm. Don't worry, I'm sure everything will be quiet here while we're gone.
I'll do what I can to keep everything in order. Hopefully, after what happened yesterday, they won't try anything again for a little while. All right. Well, safe travels to you all. I look forward to your successful return.
Hmm. Well then, he gets up and kind of gives a general bow towards Ashura and Jeenie. Let's be off.
Yes, well, do be safe, dears. Don't take any unnecessary chances. You know, we want you to come back in one piece. All right. As you head out of the camp, on your way to Chalet, you would pick up the horses at the south gate, I assume. They'll be standard issue. They're the same horses the guards use when they patrol the city. So they're not fancy, but they're well kept. They'll get you there, and you
if
start.
any if any one horse is of like noticeably better quality or beauty at least compared to the others, she's going to make a real effort to try to get that one.
Okay, two of them are brown. One of the brown ones is solid. The other has like a white star and white on the chest. There's a Palomino that's perfectly blonde, um, from nose to tail, beautiful mane and tail. And then there is a dapple gray also.
Tough choice. Um, Probably as soon as they're within sight, she's going to just start like going crazy about the blonde palomino and just oohing and awing about it endlessly in a way that's actually probably kind of transparent, but eh.
Gaspar is going to grab the gray dappled one if nobody else is going for it, and just kind of assuming his own first pick.
Right? Unless there's anyone to contest what's been picked.
No, I'll take whatever is left over.
There's
Though
a
Vox, yeah, sorry, go on.
I was just going to say there's a solid brown one and a mostly brown with a white star on the front of his head, and then white on his chest.
Cool. Vox is going to remove the bridle from the horse and just hang it on a hook in the stables, whatever, or give it to the guards if we're getting these not in the stables. And I would like to cast Speak with Animals, which I can't find in my spell list, but I should have it for my feet.
You should,
I
yeah.
can link it for you if you want.
I can't add it either. It seems like I can only add wizard spells. I mean, that makes sense, but
Oh
yeah.
wait, wrong spell. Sorry.
Let me see. Yeah, it's supposed to be in here. I think I can add it manually. A second.
Hmm. I should have it always prepared and be able to use it once per long rest.
I'm debating if I should distribute bardics. Or I'm sorry, this is my first college of lore bard.
No
Probably
worries.
not. I probably want to save them for reactions.
Lore bards are fucking nasty. I have one.
Yeah.
I love them so
Yeah.
much.
Well, you can tell me if I'm like horribly effing it up. I think I probably want to save them for my reactions.
I think generally yes, unless you just know something's about to go down.
All right, you should have it on your sheet now, Box. Well, just remember once a day you get it free.
Neat. Uh, yeah. So yeah, I remove the bridle and then I cast a spell. Rather loudly at the horse. I will just shout, "Understand me!"
It'll kind of shy back. Oh, you're so loud. Why?
My apologies, furred friend.
Its ears are kind
I.
of flat right now.
You do not need to be afraid of me. I will be the one riding you, but I do not think that we need this barbaric device. It is my understanding that you horse folk do not much like them. Thus, I've opted to remove it. You and I, we should trust each other.
So the horse's ears start to slowly kind of raise as it looks at you and hears what you're saying. It tastes terrible and they click on my teeth. And I don't like it.
Indeed.
What does this look like to the rest of us?
Vox shouts that in common, and then he starts going.
um, she claps in delight as she sees what he's doing.
We've hardly left the city, and Fox has already lost his mind.
I've
One of the
seen weirder things.
soldiers, the soldier you handed the bridle to is like, what am I watching? What is happening?
This
Am I
isn't
still
even
drunk
4 out
from
of
last
10
night?
weird.
These are the people Pompeux sent? And the other card, yeah, yeah. Don't ask me. I just work here, man. I don't know.
Oh, he is communicating with it. How delightful. What a talent.
Oh, is that what it is? I thought he was just making noise. They're just kind of
I'd,
talking amongst themselves now.
I then turn to the rest of the horses. Unfortunately, my friends, I am unable to offer the same courtesy to you. Your riders are not as experienced as I am. But once we are there, I will promise you, I shall procure the tastiest apple for each of you.
They all look kind of disappointed at the beginning, and then at the end, like the Palomino will kind of jump up and do her paws in the air. Apparently, she loves apples. Um, it's hard to understand them because they do all have their bits in their mouth,
Hmm.
but you hear like a combination of, okay, we like treats. Yeah, treats are good. Yay, okay, I like apples. So yeah, they all seem
Yeah,
on board with the plan.
and yeah, I'd mount up.
Alrighty. Let's see. All right. So you each have your mounts. You got all your stuff ready to go. And you would have been provided with a map also, but at the guard station, they would have given you a map to Kalali or to from Kalali to Chalet, and you'd see a couple different farms on there. You know, there's like a big pond at one point. You pass a lake, um, but it's a pretty straight trade road that's fairly well traveled from what you've been told.
Looks like a fairly easy journey.
Good, we can push it hard.
At a quick pace, you could make it there, we'll say, in 4.5 hours.
Yeah, like not enough to be dangerous to the horses or anything, obviously, but as fast as reasonably possible.
Yeah, we'll say at a quick pace, the horses will be tired when you get there. They will need rest, but they're not going to be like blown out completely.
Just because it's well traveled does not necessarily mean it's safe. I will be certain to keep my ears open for potential ambushes.
Very wise, Master Marrow. The map is not the territory.
I feel sorry for anybody who does.
All right. We are off to Chalet then. Excellent.
Yep, yep.
Um,
I am assuming that Ventress and Vox are probably carrying the conversation on the way.
Oh, most
Um,
definitely.
she's gonna spend some time oohing and awing over her horse and getting to know it, but yeah, she's probably that's probably a safe assumption.
Yeah. So you found that your horse especially loves to have its neck patted. It just kind of leans into your hand whenever you go to rub it on the neck and seems to really enjoy the affection.
Love it. She is a good writer, but in that way that like nobles are, where it's like, yeah, they clearly know how to do it, if not rough. And also, if Vox is making conversation with her, and I bet he is, um,
Yes, sir.
she's going to kind of trying to be subtly get his impressions of the other two, but with enough insistence that he probably has a good chance of noticing.
Okay. Um, let's see. Why don't you do Ventress do a charisma check against an insight check for Vox and see how well he
It
susses out what you're doing.
it is definitely not too hard to kind of after talking to her for a while, kind of realize that she's putting on at least a bit of a manner.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Fox, it's not necessarily that Ventress isn't genuine. She's just performative, if that makes sense. Like, she's kind of always putting on a show when she's talking to you.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, she's in drag.
Yeah. All right. So you make
Yeah,
your way
Vox
down.
seems to be very appreciative of the performance, and
Great.
almost sees it as a battle is the wrong word, but he engages and like almost tries to trip you up, I guess. Not in a hostile sense, but like as if it's a bit of a verbal sparring match.
I know what you're doing,
Yeah,
kind of thing.
indeed,
Yeah.
indeed.
Yeah.
As far as
I
opinions,
think they're speaking the same language.
yeah. As far as opinions of the others, Vox would be loud and not be shy at all to speak his mind. I know, very surprising. And he, what do you call it? Bestows their virtues, I think is the right word. I don't know. Especially what he saw during the battle yesterday.
Which she's definitely gonna want to get details from the battle because on a more basic level, she's kind of figuring out what what their classes are.
Yeah. Yeah, Vox would let you know that surprisingly, the one that looks like a rogue does not appear to be a rogue, whereas the one that looks like a ranger might be a rogue.
Astute observation. Um,
And what of
And Vox is a
yourself?
wizard, right?
He is, though. He does have a lot of musical instruments on him, so and he
Yeah.
speaks with or like uses basically sound to do his stuff. So he's
Oh,
a
that's
little bit
so cool.
bardish in that way.
Well, she's very into talking to him about that too, like very genuinely.
Hmm.
now, did you guys decide on the quick pace, or are you going at a regular pace?
Yeah, quick pace.
I'm all for a quick pace.
Um, I imagine Marrow and Goose, or I'm doing it. Marrow and Gaspar are like probably. I'm guessing they're probably the more. How is Marrow as a writer actually?
He's actually, I wouldn't say he's super well skilled, like a bit above average. But he rides the beast of burden with respect for the creature more than comfortability for himself. Um, it's more about making sure that it's like a cooperative sort of deal than him using the steed as like a tool or a means of travel. It's very companion like, even though he's had no interaction with this beast before.
Yeah, so we'll probably have Marrow up front, and then Gaspar will be, because Gaspar rides like a seasoned cavalry officer, and he'll be kind of covering the flanks. He is not disrespectful, but he's not afraid to push his horse.
Okay.
Vox is gesticulating wildly on the back of his saddle. He seems very comfortable with riding, but you do not get the sense that he would have any real control over the horse in case of emergency, so to say. Especially since he's literally removed the way to control a horse.
Good
He's
point.
kind of letting the horse just carry him, like he's not steering it like a vehicle, so to say, but he's just on the back of another creature.
All right.
As we speak, by the way, Ventress, is it obvious what class you are? I assume a bard.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
like
she's straight bard.
you talk about your training and stuff like that, right?
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. Trying to think yeah, yeah. All the various colleges she's attended and masters she's trained under and whatnot. Um, yeah, definitely.
There would probably be a couple of names or at least places mentioned where
Yeah,
Vox would be like, "Oh yes, I've been there myself," kind of thing.
exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
She is primarily a singer, for what it's worth.
Did you actually have an instrument on you?
Yes, she has. Let's see, what would be obvious? Let me look at my instruments. You get so many.
Yeah.
Um, so she has a flute, a viol, which I guess is just a violin, and she has bird pipes. And yeah, they're probably all pretty obvious. Um, the viol and the bird pipes are kind of standard quality, but the flute looks very fine craftsmanship.
Okay.
And she probably whipped that out a couple times during the ride and titter a few notes out. Maybe just run a few scales for practice.
All righty.
Glad this
Well,
isn't a
that.
stealth mission.
It's
Yeah.
the first time I've seen. I hope is not offensive, but a snake woman play the scales.
Yes, there aren't a great many of us on this side of the ocean, are there?
There are not indeed. What is it your people are called again? I know it, but I cannot recall.
I don't know. GM, help me out.
They are called the UNT.
We are the Yuan Ti, but to be honest, I haven't spent a great deal of time amongst my kind.
Were you raised in a different family then?
um, her stream of words actually stops for a moment, and she seems to actually really be thinking for a second.
While she's thinking, I'd like everyone to roll me a perception check. Ventress and Vox at disadvantage because you're having a conversation.
Nice.
What happened? Did it come through? No.
Don't see your. There it is. Okay.
Oh,
If this saves her from answering that question, she won't be upset.
Yeah.
So 8. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Ventress and Vox, you guys are you're talking. You're not really
I'm
paying
lost in
attention.
those beautiful slitted eyes.
Yeah, I mean, how could you not be?
uh, Gaspar, you estimate you're about halfway to your destination at this point, at a hard ride. But up ahead, you've been hearing like the occasional birds skittering in the bushes as you pass by, normal nature sounds. All you hear are the hooves of your horse. You don't hear any birds, any rodents, anything else up ahead. Marrow, you hear some distant voices up ahead. You hear, Bobby, we got to do this for Mama. She's sick. Well, look, Bernard, I know we got to do this, but she told us to be safe too, and this ain't safe. You know it ain't. Well, yeah, I know it ain't safe, but shut up, Brandon. Nobody cares what you think. And you hear three voices ahead of you, and they seem to be arguing about something.
We may have additional travelers ahead. Perhaps
Mm,
a potential ambush. I can't really tell, but there is some sort of argument.
mm.
Very good. She seems to immediately get serious and kind of drops behind Gasper and Marrow.
Uh, yeah, Gaspar's heading up to the lead once he notices things feel a little off, and
You'd be sort of shoulder to shoulder with Vox, who is joining you up front.
we keep moving unless we have to stop. Hopefully, they'll get out of the way.
Whatever you say.
All right, how are you approaching?
Do we see the fallen trees?
Yeah, I mean, what are we seeing?
You can see the fallen trees. Yes, you can
Okay.
see everything you see on the map is visible to you.
Then authoritatively, like literally in full like cavalry officer riding up to civilians mode, straight back and not even slowing down until he gets close to them,
All
unless
right.
you know, with
Yeah, you'd
She
be
is
able to
trailing
get
behind. Sorry.
good.
I was just going to say she is trailing behind Gasper in a way that looks like this is not the first time she has trailed behind a cavalry captain and done whatever he has to say.
All right. Gasper, you would get about here, um, before they would look up at you and hear your approach. The rest of you can organize yourselves behind him as you wish, or beside him. Meryl, why do you keep not having all your health?
So only me and
It's
Ventress
probably for the best.
have names on this map.
Yeah, I'm working on it. Uh, supposed to be.
There's a familiar roll 20 problem.
yep.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I found the best way to deal with this is just copy paste. Like you configure everything once, and then you have like a blank sheet
Yeah.
with
Yep.
all the tokens. You copy paste them over.
That's what I eventually figured out with my
Yeah.
first roll 20
Yeah.
campaign.
Are we?
And I
So I don't know if I ever asked for our HP. Are we using the fixed, the average, the possible? Are we rolling? Like, what is our HP supposed to be?
Um, you can uh you can take the average or you can choose to roll, and then take either the roll if it's higher or the average if it's not.
Gotcha. Then we should be at
Ooh, I'm gonna roll.
57 for Marrow.
All right, let me get that fixed real quick.
don't even remember how I did it. I also don't have a super high con.
Should be 57 for Miro. Okay. All right, that should be correct. Everybody else look correct on here?
Well, So I just did the average for every level, but I definitely would have rolled for them. So I don't know. I'm not sure how to change that at this point.
All right.
I don't remember how I did it, but I'm just okay with keeping it how it is. It might be a little low, but it's fine.
All right. We will.
So magnanimous.
All
They're
right.
mostly just lazy.
Well, how about what we do is take a little break. If you want to do the math real quick on what your HP should be, we can get that fixed before we continue here. But we'll take a 5-10 minute break, come back at 5 past your hour.
Oh, I think I figured it out.
Cool.
All right.
I appear to have taken average on every level, yeah, except the first one, of course.
Okay. Yeah. You can re-roll those. Any that are higher than the average, you can adjust to fit the new math. That's not a problem at all. All right.
Oh boy, 3
Uh,
sixes.
Yeah, this is gonna be a big difference.
nice. Yeah. Might want to make
I
sure
assume
this
if
is
you,
set
I
up.
assume if you roll the average, stick with it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool.
Or if you roll less than average, then take the average. Um,
Oh, right. I fucked one of them up.
oh,
No, wait. No, I didn't. Okay.
all right.
Awesome.
We'll take our little break and come back. If anybody has any questions at that point, we can fix it then. Um, Otherwise, I will adjust it when we get back.
Cool.
can't be those two particular things.
Depends on your goals.
Not with that attitude.
You just let us through, and I save you from a monumentally stupid decision.
Vox is gonna dismount.
Could we all hear that, them talking just now? Is it okay if I move? Right? Is it okay if I move while the conversation's happening? I'm just gonna move up to Gaspar.
Yeah, he's up until Vox dismounts, he's just continuing on as though he has no intention of stopping. But once Vox stops, he's like, "Well, we're committed, we're okay," and
Yeah.
stops and dismounts.
Then I will start approaching them. Greetings, younglings. What seems to be the problem? Vox would hold his hands out to his side, like showing that he's got no weapon in hands, and take another step forward.
I'm gonna go
Gaspar
ahead
is
and give Vox.
Talking, aren't we?
he is keeping pace, clearly bristling with weapons.
I'd like to go ahead and give Vox a bardic if I could.
Huh?
How do you think that ends?
I see. And how much is this fee? Vox would try to like make Gaspar chill, I guess. If you're, I don't know if you're intentionally antagonizing them, but yeah.
He's trying to intimidate them.
Yeah.
If when Vox is making an effort to keep Gaspar chill, I'm gonna help him. Help Vox, I mean, not Gaspar. Gaspar, you got this. Take him.
Our entire purses? Now that's a lot of gold, young fellow. I do not think passage is that expensive here. But we'd be happy to pay a reasonable fee.
Maybe just like
What age group, roughly? Ah, okay.
I'm going to whisper to Gaspar. they're just children. Vox can handle this.
I'm not going to hurt them. They just need they just need a scary one next to the friendly one.
Look, you don't strike us as any kind of highwayman. It is clear that you're inexperienced. You didn't even check your flanks. We would truly hate for this to end in any form of bloodshed. Uh,
If possible, while they're doing that, would I be able to uh, roll for stealth? Marrow's gonna, while they're distracted with Vox and Gaspar, Marrow's gonna start slinking off to the side, kind of skirting around them.
And
I would
I'd
like
like to check
to
our
cast
flanks.
a spell if possible. It, is their yeah, is their body language of the younger ones clearly like nervous? I couldn't overhear them, but okay. Yeah, then I'd like to cast a spell. I'd uh, just touch the book that's attached to my torso and point a finger out towards Bobby, and I would like to cast suggestion. Heed the doubts of your friends. No blood needs to be spilled here.
Brothers, she mutters.
It's a wisdom save, yeah. Yeah.
Hmm.
Uh, sorry to take so much of the spotlight, but I'd like to cast message on him. We've all got magic.
Hmm. You think it'll help your mother feel any better when one of your bodies gets carried home?
Fox would
Just let
look
it
up
pass?
towards Gaspar, like with a quizzical look, wondering what kind of guess he's going for here.
Hmm. Just go home, children, and consider yourselves lucky you got someone who wasn't looking to kill anyone.
Oh, Gaspar, don't be like that. We've still got to pay their toll. I would say, taking up my coin purse and approaching them. Yeah. With it held towards them to make it obvious that I'm intending to hand it over. I would, yeah, approach and sort of like gesticulate towards Bobby that I'm going to throw it to him. Yeah. It is not particularly big or weighty. 5 gold pieces in there. Um,
All
as
three of you
they
should be swift. There's a beast lurking not too far from here.
Vox looks surprised seeing Marrow behind them all of a sudden.
Yeah, he kind of smiles and gives a little wink towards Vox. Very sneaky, my friend. I believe it to be an owl bear, just in the bush over there. And he kind of points towards the left, where he saw the beast shuffling around. Be quick and be quiet.
I would before they really have a chance to get very far away from me. The only repayment I demand. Do not take up banditry. Do not be fools and throw away your lives. I understand your situation is dire, but this is not the path. I say and like gesticulate wildly with my hands. I have cast a tracking curse upon you. I will know.
She's been watching this entire exchange with everybody very intently. Um, and as they are finally running out of sight, she starts clapping. More, not quite as performatively as she was doing before. Very good, Master Vox, Master Marrow. Very, very good.
Mm. Maybe it would have been quicker.
It would, but then the children would not have the gold they were clearly desperate for. You mentioned something of their mother, and I heard them say the word medicine.
Mm.
Presumably, somebody they care for deeply is sick.
I hope she doesn't get sick again, and they're right
I'd,
back out here.
I'd turn towards Marrow. Is that truly a beast?
Yes, I believe we are likely in its territory. Sticking around is not a great idea.
Oh,
Yeah, he did. He pointed it out when he was talking to the kids so that they didn't run in the direction of the owlbear.
oh, goodness. I thought you.
And here I was about to compliment your performance.
Yes, indeed. I well thought you were joshing.
let's let's ride then.
Nervous glances backwards.
How
I,
dangerous is an owlbear? How dangerous is an owlbear? Are they predators? Like,
Yeah, he'd point that out. Um, there's really no purpose for us to go and like seek this thing out. It's not bothering us. It's not bothering anybody. It's just watching its territory line.
I
Um,
agree, as long as it is not a danger to travelers on the road.
And we're on a
Well,
clock.
at least ones that are wise enough to keep moving.
it is merely protecting its home. We are the intruders. Best that we give it space and be on our way.
I'm gonna walk up to the trees. Yeah, then I will do so, clearing the path.
Oh yeah, he's jumping into that. Then Gaspar will help him clear the road out.
Oh,
He's
thank
clearly
you.
quite strong.
Easy enough for us to go around, but if someone were to come through here with a carriage, we wouldn't want them to have to stop in Owlbear territory.
Exactly. It'll help keep the road safe. Yeah, we're going. We're on a clock. This is CSI, whatever. The counter's ticking down.
More like 24.
Yes.
Uh,
Very good.
Hmm.
as in, like, tsunamis? Hmm.
Yep.
Oh, it's been ages since I've seen a seaside town. How rustic, how quaint.
Mm.
Could you refresh me on what we're doing here again?
We're looking for someone, an
Well,
alchemist.
yes, I remember that. Oh, an alchemist. Yes, yes, an alchemist.
Mm.
Gaspar, would you informed as to where we may find our contact?
Let me double check the information I was given, which I know wasn't very much. Just Mm.
Are are there any street hawkers here? Aye.
Mm. We've got a name. We got an area. I figure we. Oh, I figure we post up in a bar. Ask around.
One of the most reliable ways to gather information.
Mm. And it's a good thing that I was given a team of conversationalists.
Apparently, my mic has been muted this entire time on the stream, so it's fine. Whatever.
So we just sound like crazy
Mhm.
people.
More so than
Yeah,
usual.
okay. Yeah, they weren't talking to themselves. I fucked up. So that's where we are. Anyway, we are in Calais. We know, or Gaspar knows, Corwin is somewhere around the western part of the city. Street hawkers, people selling their wares, and you're looking for a tavern now. Yes?
Yep, we're going to find a nice dingy bar somewhere in that side of town.
Okay. Um,
Secondary goal. I am keeping an eye on like street vendors and stuff just to see if there's anything particularly nice or anything that draws my eye.
roll me a luck check.
Sure. What is a luck check?
That is a regular d20. 13 is bad luck, 7 is good luck. Otherwise, it functions the same as any other roll.
Huh.
You see a couple pieces of jewelry. They look nice. They're not magical or anything. They'd be cute with a couple of your outfits, but nothing particularly stands out as I must have this.
She'll probably pick up a couple pieces uh, just to have as accessories.
Okay.
She might spend some gold.
All right. We'll say you get 3 things, take 2 gold off your sheet.
Nice.
Okay. So you get like a bracelet and a couple of rings.
Perfect. And she will immediately don them.
Yeah, you guys are making your way through the town trying to find a tavern. Every now and then you turn around and Ventress is like 20 paces behind you at a stall going, "Oh, this is lovely."
It's early afternoon at this point, if my chronology is right.
Yes, it is coming up on like 1 o'clock ish.
Okay. Um, yeah, he's definitely setting a pace, kind of taking the lead, but not not like pushing Ventress to keep going. He seems to be like he'll stop and kind of take a long sniff of the sea air and go, refreshing.
Right? Could everyone roll me a perception check, please? And is anyone asking the locals where a tavern would be? Like, are you approaching
Uh, if,
anyone?
if one isn't obvious, then yes.
Yeah, if there's like a town crier or somebody approachable, Marrow would go up to them and ask if they heard the name or knew where we could find an apothecary.
I'm just
Yeah.
talking to locals in general. Like, oh, how did you come here? How's the weather been? That sort of thing.
Okay. Yeah, you find a town crier, no problem. And you're able to approach him. Do you ask about the tavern or do you ask about the apothecary?
Marrow's asking about the apothecary.
Yeah, if that doesn't succeed, tavern is plan B.
Yeah, the minute you mention the apothecary, you see the crier's face fall. And he just says, That's it's dangerous business there. She's she's brilliant at what she does, but watch
Well,
yourself when you're dealing with her.
mm, good thing we're dangerous people.
Not in the way she is.
Slight smile.
Um, you can roll insight if you like.
I appreciate your warning, but it is imperative that we locate this place as soon as possible. We require their assistance. Urgently. Lives depend on it.
All right, if I can't talk you out of it,
What danger do they pose?
he looks hesitant. Gaspar, you recognize he is scared. He does not want to be part of this conversation. The minute the apothecary came up, he wanted to be on any other street corner but this one. Um, but it's not like he's ready to flee the town scared, just keep his distance and not be involved.
Mm. Look, we don't find out from you, we're going to find out somewhere.
Roll a persuasion check.
Uh,
He'll kind of step back and like cross himself, say, I can't, I've got a family. I can't be involved in this. And he will make to leave.
shrugs.
By the firmament, what kind of reputation could lead a man to be so scared?
Mm.
Golly.
Criminals, cults.
You do see other people around. A couple that were maybe close enough to pick up part of the conversation have
Excuse me, miss.
hurried off.
Why is the alchemist so feared?
Woo. Golly.
The alchemist? The, you mean Miss Vale? Come on, dear. Come on, let's go home. Let's get out of here.
Gaspar definitely has a moment of like awkwardly like looking around when Vox just shouts it in the street.
It appears
People
to
are
me,
now
gentlemen,
avoiding you.
if I might offer a suggestion, gentlemen, I think perhaps we should attempt to draw this information from a, shall we say, uh, different occupation of person, someone of a, perhaps a rougher disposition.
Yeah, find a bar, like I said.
Yes, indeed.
At this point, going through, you would have been able to spot a tavern down the road. You'd see people coming in and out. It's got a sign with a tankard on it, um, and it is called. I didn't name it. It is called the Salty Sacrifice.
Rather ominous
Ominous.
name.
I guess living in a place like this gives you a certain outlook on life.
I'm not sure what you mean. This place seems lovely.
He
Aside
glances
from
at,
that dangerous alchemist scaring everybody.
He glances at some of the bottoms of the ruined buildings. It's lovely now.
You mean before you've had your turn with it?
He cocks a brow. I mean, when there's no storm.
Ah, fair enough. It sounded like you were. Never mind, misunderstanding. And Vox will walk through the or like almost kick open the door to the bar and walk through it.
The side eye as Vox is going in, the hardest.
Yeah.
Hardest side eye.
Yeah, as you kick in the door to the tavern, like everyone would turn and kind of collectively look at you and just give you this look like, really, dude? 1 o'clock on a weekday? What's your deal? But
People still have hangovers.
yeah.
You can tell that Vox is about to announce to the entire bar at once that we are looking for an alchemist. In case anybody would like to stop him.
Yeah, I'll give him a gentle touch on the wrist. Perhaps we should take a softer approach to this, Master Fox.
By all means, go ahead.
The name
Yep.
seems to evoke a certain menace.
Indeed.
Gaspar is heading directly to the
I am
bar.
not one for subtlety. I will leave this one to you, my friends.
Yeah, you're able to find seating at the bar, or you could find a table in the corner also.
Yeah, his plan is to grab a seat at the bar, nurse a glass of wine, and let Ventress do her thing. She seems to have this job in hand.
Are there any like games of chance going on?
You see a card game in the back. It doesn't look like it's really high stakes, more just a couple sailors killing time.
Sailors, good.
Yeah.
General plan is she's gonna roll up to those sailors, ask if she can join their game, play a little, and try to get it out of them. Figuring, they're sailors, so they're probably not gonna be quite as scared
Yeah,
as they, presumably might move on.
you ever met a sailor? They're the most suspicious people.
Fair.
Or should I say
They might be less
superstitious?
scared. They might be less scared. I don't know.
Yeah,
Who knows?
yeah. All right. Yeah, you walk up to the table, I assume in a confident bard-like way.
Yeah, she loves gaming. She loves it.
Yeah. And they'd look up at you as you approach. Oh, new in town? Haven't seen you around.
Oh, yes, gentlemen. We are conducting all sorts of affairs here, and I noticed you partaking of this delightful local game, and I was wondering if perhaps you gentlemen might teach me to play a few hands.
Oh, well, certainly. I'm always happy to teach a pretty lady something. Have a seat. Yeah,
Oh,
sit down with us.
yes, card games of the world are a bit of a habit of mine. She very confidently takes a seat and yeah, commences playing.
Yeah, one of them looks at you and goes, "Can I get you an ale?" And the other one goes, "Idiot! You know she probably drinks wine. Would you like some wine? Can we get you some wine?"
What kind of wine do I think a place like this is gonna like?
Pretty standard fare, nothing fancy. You're lucky if it isn't watered down, probably.
Watered down's not the worst. You're a very clever man. Yes, indeed. Wine is what I would like.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
finest vintage available. And in fact, let me buy one for all of you as well.
Pretty and generous. You're welcome at our table
Well,
anytime.
seeing as you're taking the time to teach me your local game, I think it's only appropriate.
Yeah, they would absolutely teach you how to play. Um, while this is going on, Marrow, Gaspar, Vox, what are y'all doing?
I assume she seems to be genuinely enjoying herself.
Yeah.
Um, he's just sitting at the bar, kind of like paying attention, listening in, and seeming to very much enjoy listening to this.
Okay.
She's very happy if the wine is like drinkable.
It's not the worst you've had. You can get through it.
Great. Great. There's probably a noticeable look of relief when she takes her first sip.
There's a little bit of acid on the back end, but you've had worse.
Lady Ventress, I am a bit embarrassed to ask, but you seem to be rather generous with your coins today. Would you mayhap be able to lend me a gold piece or a couple of silver? It appears that I've
Well,
misplaced my coin purse.
seeing as you paid off those ruffians outside of town, I suppose it's only fair for me to pay my part of that toll. Yes, and she will give him, like she'll give him three gold.
He'll only take one. Uh,
She'll give him 1 gold.
yeah, very sort of stubbornly refusing the rest. Thank you for your generosity, but this will be more than enough. I have a quick errand to attend, but I will be right back.
Very good. I'll just continue. I'll continue my game with these fine gentlemen here.
All right then.
Yeah, Vox will kind of in a hustle manner, quickly leave the tavern and go to the market square, find some apples, purchase them, overpaying the full gold, and go feed the horses, then come back.
Yeah, they would
So he'll be
gratefully.
gone for
She's
5 minutes or whatever.
she's gonna segue this into her into getting this information. Um, yes, as we were just speaking of, we ran into these horrible ruffians out of town. Well, I say horrible, but really, they were just hungry, angry young men, and it's so sad the sort of criminal element you find around communities, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah, you got to be careful on the road nowadays. Times are tough. And, you know, some people they can't find honest work.
Yes, and not just the roads, but even within the walls of the town. Yes, towns.
Yes, well, we've been about as fortunate as a coast town can be, I suppose.
Really, because I had heard a most ominous name mentioned in the streets earlier.
They'll kind of look at each other like side eye when you say that.
Some sort of I believe they said it was a apothecary or something of that nature.
Both of them kind of go a little pale. They don't react quite as viscerally as the street crier did, but they are clearly the tone has shifted at this table as you say that. And
Of course. Sorry, go ahead.
yeah, yeah, one of them looks at you and says quietly, kind of leans in, and just says, "That apothecary, she's brilliant, but she's dangerous. You don't, if you can help it, don't mess with her. Go to another town, find another healer if that's what you're looking for. This is not where you need to look."
Dangerous, you say? In what manner?
You know how people that are smarter than the rest tend to think they don't have to follow the rules like everyone else?
Yes.
She's that kind, and she's got the power to get away with most things. There's not many that can check her.
You're saying she exaggeratedly looks around. Perhaps the secret ruler of the town?
Maybe in a way. She doesn't give orders to anybody, but if you cross her, you don't come back right. I don't really know how to explain it. It's not really my thing, but some people go into her shop and they don't come out the way they were. There's something off about them. Everybody gives that place a wide berth. Well, except for the kids at the orphanage, but they don't have anywhere else to go.
She runs an orphanage?
No, she offers free schooling for the kids, and the orphanage can't turn it down. They can't afford to educate them properly. So she offers free education, and so far the kids have been all right, but just the kids.
But all orphans?
All her students are. Yeah, none of the ones with families will send them there. Um, Marrow, you're able to find a job board. Um, you don't necessarily see anything about the apothecary, but you do see a few different notices asking for help with strange behavior in loved ones, people that are looking for healers, not the apothecary. They're almost they're almost very specific in not asking for the apothecary in their postings. Let's see, Fox. Yeah, the horses are very happy. Um, I'll give you the name here for the apothecary. I didn't spell it for y'all. Yep, that is the name that Gaspar was given. And back at the table, Ventress, they would continually warn you not to mess with her, but if you seem insistent, they will tell you where to find her.
Um, I was thinking she might ask where to find one of the orphans, but yeah, uh, if that's a if that's a possibility, just get it directly from them. Then yeah.
Yeah. Um, they'd almost tell you in a way that feels like they're telling you where not to go, if that makes sense. Like this is where you want to avoid because that's where the shop is or the school. Um, it's a little bit of both from what they've told you. But
Okay.
yeah, they'd
Um,
say, yeah, you go down the street here, take the second left, and it'll be on your right, third house. It's the big one.
she will ask if the orphans can be found about town, and if so, where there might be some.
Yeah, the orphanage is 2 buildings down.
Okay, cool. All right, cool. I can't think of anything else to pump these guys for.
Okay.
Probably
Marrow
try to
was there.
confirm the name. Probably try to confirm the name.
Yeah, they would have confirmed the same name that Gasper had.
Okay, cool. Perfect.
Uh,
Okay.
yeah. Uh, Marrow, were you looking for anything else on the job board?
So, kind of like as I mentioned, um, Marrow knows that a lot of like the seedier types will leave kind of hidden messages, like, this part of town is my territory. Do not pickpocket here, or there'll be consequences. That kind of thing. Um, and he's trying to basically locate like a hidden territory map, that he could potentially use to locate the apothecary. That's what he was looking for specifically, is something kind of hidden in plain sight, leaning on his understanding of Thieves' Camp.
Okay. Yeah, since you do have an understanding of Thieves' Cant, you would find a message. You almost miss it at first. Actually, roll me an investigation check with advantage.
I'm not seeing it. Did it come through on roll 20?
It did not.
I didn't see it.
It was
Let's see it.
17 plus 3 for 20, a dirty 20.
Yeah, yeah, that's um yeah, you're able to find it's not posted on the board itself. It's actually carved into the border of the board. Says big reward for Vale's head. Contact Shadow. That's all you see.
All right, yeah, he would make note for that, and then kind of not really finding anything else, find an empty seat somewhere, and just kind of keep a passive eye on the group and make sure that he's just from a distance watching everybody's backs.
Great. Vox, the horses are very happy. You are their best friend. They love you to death.
That's cool.
You get all the snuggles.
Yeah, I am enjoying it a lot, but have business to attend to, and I suppose cut it a little bit shorter than I would have liked, heading back towards the tavern, hoping not to miss the others as they or if they leave.
Okay. Gaspar, roll a perception check for me.
Where did my sheet go? I just had it up. 1 second. Perception, you said?
Yes,
Roll 20 is being very slow.
it does that.
My sheet was. Yeah, I refreshed because I thought it might help, and I had to pull my sheet back up, and it is stuck on loading. Dang it. Let's try that again. Oh, that's annoying.
It's not rolling.
It's just my sheet is just sitting on like a loading, like load the little die graphic loading.
Here,
It's
I can
not
roll it
pulling
for you
up.
if you'd like.
Yes, please, because I can't seem to pull up my sheet.
Yeah, that is a 25. That is perfectly acceptable. You hear a different conversation. This one is not about the apothecary. This is a couple of other sailors that are sitting kind of to your left a little bit. Marrow, you could probably overhear this conversation as well. But you hear them talking about a rumor about the town well. There have been screams heard at night coming from the well. I keep saying whale. From the
Whale.
I think it would be a little less of
Yeah.
a rumor if there was a whale in the middle of town.
yeah,
Big
yeah,
suburban
definitely.
whale. It's the dead whale. Nobody talks about it.
Yeah.
That'd be such a good thing. I'm stealing that.
You all have heard about the elephant in the room. What about the whale
Yeah.
in the town square?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Whale in the town square.
Um, there hasn't been an issue with the water as far as you can tell that's been drawn from the well, but there have been multiple reports of people walking by at night and hearing screams from inside. Nobody can see what's down there. Nobody's been brave enough to go look. And if the water's not bad, people mind their own business. But it is something that they are concerned about because there have been so many reports.
Interesting.
For what it's worth, she is gonna try to wrap up her game. If she won some, that's great, but she's not going out of her way to try to fleece these guys or anything.
There we go.
And
Yeah.
try to hook back up with the other three.
Yeah, you're able to win, say, 2 gold and 6 silver.
Hell yeah, I'm back in black.
All right. Are you sure you can't stay for another hand? We'll buy you another drink. We can get you some lunch. These two are just kind of fawning over you.
Oh, gentlemen, it is so hard to to turn you down, but there is business I must attend to with my fine compatriots.
Yeah, it's he's because he's listening in to pretty much the whole exchange. He's kind of stepping as it seems to be winding down. He's stepping in. We do have business here.
Yes, of course, sir. How silly of me to have let it slip my mind. Gentlemen,
Mm.
you must excuse me. You simply must.
Of course, we don't want to keep you. They both kind of glare at Jasper, like in a side eye, kind of this fucking guy. But
Mhm.
they smile at you. What did I say?
Don't worry, I'm sure I'll return her in one piece.
Yeah, yeah, they
Yes, it is my dearest wish to be
Oh,
reunited before we
Gaspar.
must move out of this town.
well, you be safe out there and be careful who you hang around.
Well understood and well taken.
He cannot help but grin at that.
All right.
And then I let's get out of here.
Mhm.
Look to to Gasper.
At this point, you see Vox re-entering the tavern.
Yeah, they're kind of on their way out, so he kind of gives Vox a nod, and Marrow kind of like, let's go, kind of nod, like meet up outside.
Yep.
Yeah, Marrow watches from his seat, and once they have exited, he then kind of follows behind, having found the note, uh, presumably left by the shadow, or at least somebody that works for this individual. He kind of looks back towards the board one last time, and then does a quick surveillance of the rest of the tavern to see if maybe there's anybody giving him a second look. If not, then he would just kind of follow his friends outside.
Okay. Roll an
She's
investigation check for me. You don't see anyone that's looking at you particularly out of in an out of place kind of way. Couple of glances over in your direction as you get up and start moving around, but nobody seems to be staring you down or anything.
Yeah, he would
she
take
is
that as like there's
go
nobody,
ahead, sorry.
whoever's requesting this isn't closely watching the posting, and he'd head out to meet up with everybody.
Okay.
She's leading the way to somewhere fairly isolated where they can talk
Yeah,
and have good eye lines.
somewhere a little private.
Yeah, you're able to find a little trail off to the side, goes kind of down an alleyway between two buildings. It's pretty clear. You don't see anyone around.
She turns to face Vox and Gasper, and then kind of jumps a little when she sees Marrow. Golly, you're sneaky.
So, what have we learned?
Mm.
Well, for such a sunny place, the shadows here are deep. So
That sounds worrying.
it appears our this apothecary She was recommended by Lord Pombro.
Pompeux.
What was the tobacco? Pompeux, thank you. She was recommended by Lord Pompeux. Is that correct?
Hmm. Recommended is maybe not the word.
It was Kanfore that
Hmm.
mentioned her.
Yeah.
He's the Kalali apothecary.
Kanfore. He
Hmm.
didn't want to talk too much about her personal life. Guessing this is
I
why.
see. Yes, she is something of a bogeyman for this place. Now, of course, she wouldn't be the first wise woman who seeks to educate the children of the village that has been villainized for it, but nevertheless, the picture they paint is an ominous one. Apparently, she takes it upon herself to educate the local orphans gratis, and
Uh, Sorry to interrupt. I'm a little bit confused. Are we not looking for a man by the name of Corrin?
oh no, Corrin is a woman.
Oh, I see. Do
Yes,
carry on.
quite an ominous one, apparently. To hear them tell it in any case. I will say, the individual they're describing, if half of what they're saying is true, she doubtless knows we're here already looking for her.
Good, that'll make our job easy. We're no threat to her. We just have questions.
Well, I did get a location for her home. Apparently, it's mostly avoided by the locals. I also got the location of the orphanage, not far away, if we wanted to perhaps attempt to get an impression of the woman from her students. She shrugs.
Hmm. I don't see how we're thinking too hard about it. We find her, we knock on the door, we say, we have business, we need to ask you a few questions. What you're up to is not our problem.
It might be if she's supplying assassins with poison.
I'm not entirely certain about that.
Hmm.
It seems the local assassins are actually out for her head.
He cocks an eyebrow.
Wally?
There was a
Assassins? Go ahead, sorry.
there was a subtle posting by someone calling themselves Shadow on the job board, requesting Vale's head.
Did you say Shadowheart?
Just Shadow.
Oh. Okay, yeah, that's too bad. I would have loved to meet her. Famous poet. Uh, Shadow, yes. Quite a common moniker for various ruffians, I suppose.
Hmm.
I
You
agree, not very original.
you say there is a bounty for Corrin's head.
Yes, price and information was not listed. It just said that there was a reward for it and to contact Shadow for more information.
Most
Well,
interesting. I
whatever she's
don't
doing is interesting.
suppose we'll be able to locate this shadow very easily, though.
Hmm.
Well, if you know where her abode is, I suggest we go there.
Agreed.
Agreeing with Gaspar here, doesn't seem like we need to be too sneaky about it. At least not at first.
You're not up to anything wrong.
I think the true cause of concern would be what cost a woman such as these men are describing might extract from us for her service.
I suppose time will tell. Where are we going? Please lead on.
Yeah, you're able to lead the way. The directions you were given are pretty clear. Um, And it doesn't take you long to pull up in front of a school. Looks like it doubles as a shop. And you can see through the windows that it looks like there is a class happening right now.
Very good.
Jump down here. The door is actually open, like it's propped open to let the air through. So you're able to just walk in.
Yeah, Gaspar's just taking the lead and walking right in. He's not going to like interrupt class or anything. He's just going to kind of lean on the door frame, like kind of just be obviously there.
Oh, look at the little lizard kid.
Vox would
Uh,
wave towards the lectern or the raised platform, whatever, but not in a way to interrupt, really, just announcing his presence.
Yeah, the woman standing up here on the lectern looks very young, mid to late teens, maybe. She's got bright red hair, like Irish red hair, and big green eyes. And she is standing in front of the class. She sees you wave and she kind of acknowledges it, but she looks to the class. Now, what happens if we put too much of a concentration of Eye of Newt into our potion? Yes, yes, Gina. Um, it explodes? Yes, Gina. Yes, that's correct. You can't put too much in there. Too much concentration creates too much magic buildup, and then it goes boom and ruins your entire project. So what do we do instead? And the whole class goes, measure twice. Like it's a common thing for them to do.
Yes, we can.
She very audibly goes, "Oh."
Yeah. And she'll
One of
look
the
to the
cutest things she's
class.
ever seen in her life.
Yeah. She'll say, all right, kids, we are done with the lecture. Go ahead and go to the lab and work on your projects for the not parents' night, for the administrators' night.
Oof.
That's cold blooded.
For parents' night. Oh,
Yeah.
wait.
For administrators' night, so we can show the town what we've been doing. And then you hear one of the kids in the back, Marrow specifically, you hear one of the kids go in the back go, why can't he almost show up to your place? Yeah, it's specifically this guy back here.
Um, she's going to whisper to the others, indicating Corrin, that is not the image that those men were painting.
Hmm? That's our dastardly apothecary? Not one of our students?
Oh, she is
She shrugs.
clearly evil, likely possessed by some sort of lich or demigod with a vengeance.
Vox is not prepared for Marrow's like sarcasm, even having known him for a bit. And you see his knuckles like whitening around the quarterstaff.
Golly, that wit is dry.
Mm.
As the kids make their way off into the laboratory, these are just open archways between the two rooms, so you can kind of see in there as well. Um, she would come down from.
I think she visibly has a hard time not running forward and pinching Cuckoo's cheeks.
Mm.
Avast, witch! You will not behex us. Rumors of your misdeeds have spread long and far. We are here for business. Do not try any funny tricks. We are on guard.
Miss,
She brushes past him. just you have to pardon him. He has a very strange sense of humor. He's really a delightful man, though. Once you get to know him.
Vox looks like stunned. Like, huh?
Oh, she's gonna kind of subtly turn to him and give him like a thumbs up, like good work, which seems sincere,
Yeah.
honestly. Yes, Miss Vale, it is so wonderful to make your acquaintance. I am Ventress, and these are my companions. We are here on a certain business. She looks at Gaspar like, how much should I tell?
He just kind of gives a half shrug. um,
YOLO.
and actually, yeah, he'll step over and produce the samples he was given from a pouch. Well, we need what we need. There's only so much we can leave out.
a
We
friend
need
of
this
ours was
substance
poisoned.
identified. Yeah.
A friend of ours was poisoned. We were led to believe that perhaps you could help.
Why did you develop that? Hmm.
One dose was applied to a dart on a blowgun. I was able to stop that attempt, but a second was made and I believe successful, and it was ingested. We're guesstimating our friend at this current time has roughly, I would say, about 40 hours left to live if we are unable to get back with an antidote.
So you perhaps understand the gravity and haste of our situation.
Hmm.
Look into Gaspar.
You're the only lead we have. Hmm.
Sacrifice. Oh yeah, okay. I thought you'd forgotten. So eager to have us leave you alone with that dangerous poison, eh?
Hmm. There's someone who's very scared of you for some reason.
Many someone's, to be frank.
I'd prefer to stick around while I'm in town. You don't have much security here. He looked visibly a little uncomfortable at that. Mm.
Hmm. Vox looks towards the labs, I guess.
Take care of the children. Did you mean teach them? Yes, of course, it would be my pleasure. If nobody stops her, she is dashing into that room with those kids. They don't want to play.
Mm.
That's exactly what she's going to do. I mean, if nobody stops her, she will definitely spend all 2 hours
Gaspar
in
is
this room with the
quite happy to let
children, getting to know.
the person who would enjoy spending time with the kids spend time with the kids. He is
Oh yeah,
posting his ass up right in front of the door, kind of leaning in the door frame, smoking on a little thin cigar and brooding. Not really brooding, but being
depending
on watch.
depending on how diligent the kids are, like she's going to make a real effort not to distract them to be helpful, but if left to her own devices, she's probably eventually going to be playing with these kids like a kid. But I don't know. Maybe they'll stop her. Maybe they'll keep her on task. Okay, she's just going to help the kids. She loves it.
So, Miss Vale, I'm sorry. I. Vox looks a little bit suspicious for a moment, and she's probably not Faye. My name is Vox. Depends on what it is you are up to. You said that you were well aware of your reputation in town. Well, I spoke to some citizens on the way here trying to find you, and they all were horribly scared of you. Would you like to expand a little bit on what you said? They had gotten bad news from you? So far, so good. And what were those methods? Did you turn to demonic rites? Oh, I see. Vox visibly relaxes. I. Oh, have you found a way to preserve their personality? In my studies, I found that, well, generally, unless you're a very proficient necromancer, you might be able to revive the flesh, but the person, not so much. Hmm.
I'm listening intently to this from the doorway.
Oh no, I clicked the wrong thing. One sec.
Not 20, baby.
There we go.
I understand. But you would not treat common cold this way, right? This would be reserved for the most dire of cases where there is no other choice. It is either the grave or the cream. What about something in between? But their loved ones. Horrified, I might imagine. I understand. It is a misunderstood art. Most people's exposure to necromancy is limited to shambling zombies and reanimated skeletons. It is not popular, though. Do you think you might have been a little bit careless? As I said, it is not a popular art. You should be well aware of that. Their reactions should be pretty easy to foresee. Even if you did fix them, once they'd learned that you'd used necromancy. I understand. And when these people complained, did you undo what you had done? Kill them, yes.
Sometimes death is the better choice.
Hmm.
Did they agree to it? Did they know what they were agreeing to? Hmm. So they understood the choice they were making? Interesting.
Unlikely fully. Still, more of a misunderstanding than whatever Marrow was saying earlier. I looked towards Marrow. She's clearly not a lich or a demon.
Yes, I'm aware. It was a joke, Vox.
What kind of a joke is that?
Clearly a successful one if you bought it.
That's not a joke, that's just lying.
I don't know. I find the whole situation rather humorous.
I apologize for my companion's poor sense of humor. It is why I treated you with such disdain when we first met.
I assumed my comments would have been obviously false. She's clearly just a beautiful woman and a simple teacher. It's not an evil bone in her body.
She's a little bit too young for you, Marrow.
Not trying.
Gaspar steps forward. You see, this is the team I was given to work with. He gives a kind of hapless shrug.
I'm not trying to court anyone. I'm simply complimenting her appearance.
Keep your eyes to yourself, pervert.
We have more important matters here.
We do. Are any of the children undead? Well, you might have found them and cured them. So no necromantic cures for them?
Do I have...
Good.
I think I might have some kind of detect undead. Let me look. I would like. I won't do very well at it, but I'd like to roll it. Hmm. He kind of glances between Marrow and Vox.
Um, your assistants, do you employ locally? It seems at least one particular gentleman is a little less trained than the others.
So was this one of the children or an adult supervisor? Yeah. Ah, yeah, yeah, yeah. Cool.
Ah, so would it be safe to assume that he was, and I want to put this as gently and as respectfully as possible, um, recently reanimated?
Hmm. Can we speak to him?
What was the gentleman's name? Francis, would you mind coming over here?
And again, I mean no disrespect in my questioning here. Is his mind his own? He would.
Francis, my friend, I say as I cast friends on him.
Um, while Vox is talking to him, Gaspar is going to step forward and give him a like physical once over and see if he objects at all or if like yeah, if he seems to mind just being kind of poked and peered at. Uh, just looking at first, and if he doesn't seem to object. Hmm. He kind of gets up from kind of inspecting him with a frown on his face.
Francis, my friend, I'd look at Gaspar a little bit oddly as you like physically give him a pat down basically and touch him. What are your hopes and dreams? Yes, that is what you are tasked to do, but what of the future? Do you have days off? Or does Francis always work? Does Francis not get tired?
You return people to their families like this?
Which, unfortunate as that may be, I believe many would consider preferable. This is a shell. You do realize this. It might look like Francis, it might have some spark of Francis within, but this is not a person. You've created an automaton.
You have to let things go sometimes.
I mean, if they were already dying, I do not see a moral objection to repurposing their flesh in this way, but well, if a family is expecting their father to return and they get something like this,
It would be
I
worse.
understand why they would be angered. Francis doesn't disappoint. Francis is innocent and a good boy. You may go back to work if you wish.
He
I'd
seems to
like
be a
get
bit of a simple
really,
man, no?
I'd get really close to Corrin. Like yeah, I'd even like put an arm around her, unless she's actively fucking around with the poison. Yeah. Then yeah, and like pull her in close, like uh, take her into my confidence, so to say, but physically. Corin, my dear, you have a good heart, I am sure, but you are not curing those people. No, you are not. You are not fixing them. You. What do you think of the soul, Corin? Well, it is my understanding that we all have one touched by the weave. And I believe that Francis, in this state, either does not have one or it has been chained to him rather unwillingly, and his spirit is not allowed to leave. Indeed.
Look, kid,
That
people have been trying to cheat death way longer than you have. There's a reason it's never worked.
it works a lot of the time.
To
There
varying
are
degrees.
always costs, though. I am very impressed by your grasp of necromancy, especially at such a young age, Miss Vale, but you cannot do this. Not only because of the way that the families react, but I believe it is a disservice to the people themselves as well. If there is some part of Francis left within that thing, it is undoubtedly suffering horribly currently. Uh, Indeed, as you've programmed him to do. Yeah. Womp womp. I don't wish to put any blame on you for what you've already done. As I said, I believe you have a good heart, but no more. You already have death threats hanging over your head. And what would happen to the children should somebody act on those threats? Some local by the name or by the moniker of Shadow has put a significant bounty on your head. Are you not aware of this?
Oh, they're involving themselves in yours.
I don't know what the Black Rose is. That the organization Shadow is part of.
Well, you're scaring somebody. What was the reward again? He glances at Marrow.
The actual reward wasn't listed. It just said that there was a price on her head
Ooh.
and to inquire with Shadow.
Somebody's scared enough that they don't even want to make a commitment to an amount. Somebody's very scared of you.
I'm gonna at this point, since I'm this close to her, I'm gonna cast Charm Person on her. Uh,
I kind of make my way back to the door when he does that, watching to see if anybody's any passersby might hear any shenanigans going on.
Corrin, speak up. What is this timetable you mentioned? You could tell me. Yes, I would like to see this lab.
Please, I'm sorry. I don't think we have time for this. We desperately need that antidote as quickly as possible.
Marrow, this is a matter of many lives compared to one. I. Sorry, Miss Vale, would your progress here be undone if you were to leave it unattended for a moment to show me this thing? Or can you resume it? I. Yeah. Vox would give Marrow a look as if, like, is it okay?
Yeah, he kind of just throws up a hand and shakes his head. I suppose. Sorry, I'm just. This is a dear friend, and I'm incredibly worried about him.
Progressing faster than I thought.
I I will try to hurry, and yeah, I'll go towards her lab.
All of this is soundtracked by extremely stupid songs coming out of the lab. Hmm. Um, I mean, probably she's just helping them with their experiments, but in a very chummy sort of way. Um, there might have been an explosion by now. I don't know. They're probably better at alchemy than she is, frankly. uh,
I make sure to close the door behind me. Yeah. Hmm. And this would lead to greater retention of personality, you believe? Vox agree. The 4 people in here, um, do they have any particular uniform? I'm thinking, just wanting to make sure they aren't wearing like cult robes or anything.
Wearing kind of not lab coats, but more like scholars' robes. So
Yeah,
they're clean and well kept, but they're not fancy or like high quality fabric or
right,
anything.
right.
Um,
But yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
yeah.
Are any of them uh, Francis like?
These seem to be walking around fine. You don't notice anything. They're all looking at you suspiciously, like they don't understand why you're in here. Um, but they're kind of working while looking over their shoulder and giving you sideways glances.
Hmm. I believe my expertise would be most helpful with this project.
Oh, really?
Which one
I'd love
of
that.
your assistants here has the best grasp of the subject?
Oh, that would. Hmm. I think it's probably Greg. Greg is probably the one that understands it the best. That's why I have him monitor the tanks. Um, Greg, could you come over here and answer some questions for me? Uh, sure, Mistress Corrin. Uh, what do you need?
I'm here to help facilitate this experiment, but I need to be brought up to speed. Do you have a moment to chat, Greg?
Uh, he look to Corrin, and she'd give him like an enthusiastic nod, and yeah. What do you need to What do you need to know?
Hmm. I believe the potential here is quite remarkable. But and I'd launch into some kind of you know uh, technobabble about cell preservation or necrotic energies or whatever, just to get him to start talking. And I'd like to, as soon as he does, turn to Corin and say, "Thanks. I've distracted you from your other tasks too long. I think me and Greg will have a chat. Go back and make sure that the other project is finished as soon as possible."
Oh, yes, yes, of course. Everyone, answer any of Vox's questions that he has. He's a dear friend. I want you to treat him with the utmost hospitality. And she goes kind of bouncing away, and her curls are just kind of bouncing off her shoulders. And she makes her way back out.
Gaspar is kind of taken to pacing laps around the room while they've been away, just
Yeah,
kind
you'd
of
see
checking it
Corin.
out.
You'd see Corin almost skip back to the desk.
He gives her a very long, very thoughtful glance, and then continues pacing, looking bored.
Okay. What about you, Marrow? What are you up to?
He's fairly similar. He's keeping an eye on things, but it's very tense. He so far he has no reason to not trust Corin. Her methods are definitely questionable. Um, and while it's nothing that he would pursue himself, especially with being from the Feywild, like it's nothing that he hasn't really seen before. Um, so he's more worried about her own well-being than he is what she's actually doing. She hasn't given him any reason that he shouldn't trust her. Even with his previous insight rolls, like she seems to know what she's doing. He has confidence in that. He is worried about her, but he's more worried about the person that's going to die very rapidly if we don't get this antidote to him soon.
Yeah, understandable. Um, Vox, did you have more questions for the other workers?
Well, I guess I'm talking to Greg mostly.
Mhm.
Hmm. So you're not merely reanimating the tissue, but you're working on reintroducing pattern cognition. Is that right?
Yes, yes, that's what we're trying to do. It's been a slow process, but
Tell
we
me,
are
how
making
do you
progress.
differentiate between true persistent memory and simply mm, a more advanced patterned echo?
Um, the other guy over here is going to hear that and run over, and he's going to say, I developed a questionnaire. They fill it out before they get put down, and then when they come back up, they answer it, and if they answer it the same, then they should be fine.
That's a pretty good technique, actually.
I know.
Assuming the questions on the questionnaire are of enough substance.
Well, yes. I mean, I also speak to their families about things they know about them, make sure I've got a well-rounded picture.
Well,
Unfortunately, Francis was before I made the questionnaire, but the next one, the next one, I know it's going to work on. He's almost bouncing as he's talking, like he's full of energy.
do you have someone lined up?
Well, I mean, no, they usually come to us when they need us, but I mean, I'm sure there's going to be somebody dying at some point, right?
Hmm. There would be a very simple way to speed up the process, I would think.
Well,
It is not as if you need somebody who is mortally wounded.
we have,
Anyone will do.
well, I mean, Miss Vale doesn't like us to talk about not mm, using it on people that don't need it. I mean,
That seems
it
to be the end goal here, right?
yes, but she's a bit naive in how she sees things. I don't know if you've noticed.
Hmm. Uh, walk up towards the tank and like inspect the other creature a little bit, and then the troll or ogre zombie as well.
Yep. Roll me a perception
So,
check real quick.
oh yeah, 12.
DC was pretty low. As you're walking up to the tank, you hear like a scratching noise, like a metallic kind of scratching noise, and you see this zombie here is kind of he's got his arm out of the bar and he's got his fingernail inside the padlock.
Ruh-roh.
No one else seems to have noticed this.
Hmm. Looks like you've quite an intelligent one over there, about to break out of his cage.
Oh, he tries that every day. He never gets out. We see part of our work here is we try to make them a little smarter so we understand how to regrow and repattern the brain properly. So they are a little smarter than your regular zombie, but they're not really smart enough to really pick the lock. And as he says that, the zombie's door swings open. And so
What are you
do these
saying?
back here. And that
Uh-oh.
is where we will end today's session.
See, Chekhov's zombie ogre.
Yeah, sure enough.
If you introduce a zombie ogre, it has to go off.
Hell yeah.
Oh, Christ
Right.
almighty.
Yeah, I
We
had
gotta get out
fun
of there.
coming up with Corrin. I really did. I was like, I
Oh
want, yeah.
This is top tier. I love it. It's so
Thank
good.
you. Thank you very much. All right. Um, and I know you weren't here last time, Ventress, but at the end of my games, everyone sends me a private message telling me what character they want to give a personal vote to. It can be for something in character, out of character, a moment that just made you laugh harder than everything else, something that was really done very well in character, any reason at all. But each of you get one vote, and then I will give mine.
To just whisper on roll 20.
Yes. Roll 20, Discord, whichever.
That'd be easier.
Zombies that think? The thought is laughable.
Well, they don't think so. All right.
It's Starship Troopers.
I think the only
Yes.
one I'm waiting on is Ventress's vote. Okay. Fox, who did you vote for and why?
Yeah, I think everybody did a lovely job. It is not easy to pick, which is a compliment to everybody. But I think that Ventress's happiness at getting to like spend time with the cute kids pushed me over the edge, and yeah, that is where my vote is going today.
Lovely. Marrow, how about you?
I also voted for Ventress as our newest addition, doing excellent RP and bard shit in the tavern to gain information was awesome.
Excellent. Yeah. Gaspar.
Well, that's a sweep for Ventress then, because I mean, yeah, a lot of the reasons described, and I've been playing with Wes for fucking decades at this point, so it's like I already knew coming in. It's like, oh yeah, I kind of know, but like it was a really good, just kind of seamless integration right there. That I I've seen them go lots of ways, and that one went really well.
Awesome. All right. And Ventress.
Yeah, really, really frictionless props.
Um, First off, thank you everybody. I really appreciate those kind words. Um, Second off, I also I just want to echo what Vox said. I had a very very hard time picking. Everybody had moments that legitimately made me laugh out loud. I'm so narrowly giving it to Marrow for the pretty much the entire way the schoolhouse was conducted. I thought his deadpan humor contrasted with Vox's. I thought the comedy pair was inspired. Like I was really legitimately laughing a lot. And I remember I'm almost positive it was Marrow. There was a line about zombies too, specifically that just like it just absolutely destroyed
Demons
me.
and
I couldn't
zombies or
sit there.
something.
Yeah, it was something like that. Yeah, and I can't remember exactly what it was, but yeah, I remember that line in particular just really killed me.
Gee. All right. My vote was very difficult. You all did a phenomenal job. I couldn't ask for a better group of players, honestly. This is a dream team for me. I love the way Ventress you came in, and it's like you were just part of the crew the whole time. Uh,
You guys
Marrow,
made that
you
very easy. I just want to say.
um, Marrow, you were focused on the goal, and you kind of kept people focused as well, along with the deadpan humor. I thought that was great. Vox with your boisterous personality is
Your
always a good
voxiness.
time. Yes, the voxiness. But my vote is actually going to Gaspar this time because I really feel like there were a few moments where he especially pulled back to the military training that he had and took a very clear leadership role that I thought was really cool. And I thought was really awesome for the character, the way he's written, and I really appreciated that. So my vote is for Gasper.
Thank you.
Well deserved.
Yep. But wonderful game all around. Thank you so much for playing with me, guys. Y'all are
Hell
the
yeah.
best. And yeah. Oh, and happy birthday, Gasper.
Yay.
Happy birthday!
Yeah,
Happy
today is the
birthday.
day.
Hmm.
Yep, thank you.
All
Is
right.
it Saturday yet?
Yes. So
Same time tomorrow, right?
Oh, I wish. Yes. Next game will be in 2 weeks. I think that is
The 18th.
the 18th. Yes. So session 3 will be on the 18th, and let's hope that the Archivist AI thing can actually just do the recap right this time. We'll
we'll find out.
see. All right. Well,
Again,
thank you,
y'all.
Yeah.
everyone.
Before we wrap up, just massive compliments to the job as DM as well.
Thank you
Absolutely.
so
Yes.
much.
The world is so good and all the characters are great.
Yeah, it feels very lived
I'm
in.
like super impressed by how you keep having these like really unique and interesting NPCs every time. It's like I thought you were gonna run out, eventually, but nope. They keep on coming. The hits keep coming.
Well, I'm glad you guys are enjoying it. I really am. This world has been very near and dear to my heart for a long time. So I am.
Yeah. Also, just as I note, really cool maps. Like, good job.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yes.
Yeah,
Um,
the
As a
city
GM, I
map
appreciate that too.
for Chalet is gorgeous.
oh, thank you. Thank you. That was actually Mid-Journey production. um, but yeah, that it took me a while to get it just right. So I'm glad you liked it. Um, but yeah, thank you guys very much. Great game,
Yeah.
and I look forward to next time.
Same.
See
He knows it.
y'all.
Y'all.
GG, y'all.
Bye, everybody. Have a
Bye.
good one.